Yo, what up, YouTube? Your man Roberto Flack here, and just doing a quick recap of the Wladimir Klitschko David Haye fight. Didn't get a chance to do it yesterday, obviously, with the weekend, 4th of July weekend. To be honest with you, man, I didn't think it was of the most importance to really do a video or recap video of that fight, considering what type of fight we ended up seeing. Going into the fight, man, I think all of us, for the most part, man, fell victim to the hype. You know, anytime, especially in the last like 6-7 years, man, anytime there is any heavyweight boxing fight that is heavily promoted, there's some type of hope factor that this fight will bring back heavyweight boxing, or it'll spark some interest. And obviously with the face off and the year too long back and forth bickering between really both Klitschko's and David Haye, but you know, obviously mainly Wladimir. The stage was set, everything that had to be said was said, and it was time to see who really is the top heavyweight in the world, man. And look, as I said before, I think David Haye is, again, he was first a small heavyweight in the sense of or in comparison to either of the Klitschko's, man. And one of the main things I thought going into the fight was, how is David Haye going to get inside on him? And at some parts of the fight, he was able to do that. But I think, like many of the Klitschko fights prior, Haye felt some shots in that fight, okay? And I think that was a big factor in him even trying to press forward. And, you know, and adding the fact that Klitschko himself is not your quintessential finisher in the sense of really, when he smells blood, to go for the kill, because there were several opportunities where he could have done that. But and as I mentioned before in a previous video, that Emmanuel Stewart, again in this fight, was like, dude, you really got to press him. You got him where you want him, and you're just coasting away. And my thing is, if you're a fan of heavyweight boxing, or if you're not a fan of heavyweight boxing, and you're looking for some, I don't know, some big challenger or some exciting fight, I got news for you, man. Like, get used to this. This is what we're going to be seeing until the Klitschko's bow out. And I don't ever foresee neither of them fighting each other, you know, meaning both Klitschko's, because, you know, they're paid out the ass. You can pay me money to fight my brother, man. I'm sorry. So, look, and then David Haye mentioned something about his toe was fucked up or whatever. Thing about it is, man, you can't come out and say that shit after you've said all these things and what you're gonna do, man. You could have a broken fucking leg and wouldn't have mattered. And now David Haye's talking about he's gonna retire in 3 months if he doesn't get a rematch. Who's really gonna want to see that fight again? Who? You cannot pay me to sit there and watch that fight again. No way, no way. So, for David Haye, man, I mean, I guess he probably will end up fighting, you know, some of the other names in the heavyweight division. Like, I guess if you would call them names, I guess in the sake of, you know, if you follow boxing enough to know who a Povetkin is, or any of these other guys. So he's really going up shit's creek now, man, because he had his opportunity, and why is he gonna fight Vitaly? It makes no sense. Nobody's really gonna have any interest to see that fight, considering the fact that Vitaly is probably the tougher of the two, and the bigger of the two. So if Haye couldn't get what he set out to accomplish against Wladimir, he's not gonna beat the tougher, in my opinion, maybe stronger heavyweight. Older, yeah, but I think in for the sake of the Klitschko's, man, I don't think that would make any real difference. I mean, I don't think there's any heavyweights out there right now that are gonna give either of these guys any problems. Or I don't say problems, but I don't think anybody out there is gonna beat them. So lackluster fight, man. Not impressed at all. And the unfortunate side of things, man, is like, these, like I said, these heavyweight boxing matches get highly publicized, and the casual fans, being that, they recognize heavyweight boxing because of the lineage, there's gonna be interest there, man. But like, even going on Twitter after the fight, I mean, like, you saw all kinds of celebrities and fans alike, man, be like, what a shit fight, boxing's down the toilet. And obviously as boxing fans, we're not gonna run around going to say that, but it's it's just a bad look, man. It wasn't a successful fight, in my opinion, as far as excitement and gaining more interest into the sport. So not much else I can say, man. I was not impressed with the fight. Wasn't really impressed with both fighters, even though they had their moments. But like I said, man, if you can't get insight on either the Klitschkos, man, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. That's just the way it is. So let me know what you think, man. Let me know what you thought about the fight, or who Vlad should fight next. So stay tuned. I'll be back. Peace.